Yo, yo. What up, back at it? OU versus Tulsa postgame show alongside my man Marcus. What's good, fella?
What's happening?
Ah, man, just another show, another postgame. OU did what they had to do. Played a pretty good game, I would say. 66-17. Went up there and did what they had to do against Tulsa. I mean, we all know they should have won the game, but they did win the game. And I don't know, defense looked good. And I don't know. What was your first initial thoughts of what them boys did, man? While I post this other.
Um, the good game. Not too much to complain about. It's just like nitpicking and seeing, just hoping that stuff kind of translate and don't just fall off to where like it did last year after they was 3-0.
For real. That was that was tragic.
Yeah. And the way they was making plays on the balls on defense is something that stuck out to me, like initially, like watching it back. Jay Valai doing a good job. Like you can tell the aggressiveness, the technique, the plays that they making. I mean, it's just and the plays that they're not giving up like usual. Just good job, and you can tell that they listening and it's coming through, and they making plays. So all over the field on defense. Offense, wide receivers is looking really deep and really special. Like you had 3 guys to go over 100 yards. First time in a while since like Jalen Saunders, Justin Brown, and Kenny Stills and them. I got that off of the radio. But like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, Dylan Gabriel having a great game. Just one really bad play, and that really wasn't his fault. He got hit while he was throwing it and got the pick. I mean, just just good game. Did what they were supposed to.
I did what they was supposed to do. Dylan Gabriel definitely went out there and it's a lot of naysayers that I hear out there against Dylan Gabriel sometimes because he does not have the strongest of arms, as we all know. But I do think he understands, what's going on. He got a lot of experience, understand what's going on out there. He be dropping the ball, throwing dimes out there. Short game, nasty. Maybe I should pause there. But okay, then the median, the 15 to 20-yard pass. Yeah. He does his thing out there, man. But what can I say? I mean, another performance where he looked good. Like you say, the one pass, questionable. Now, let's say threw a few balls short. Could have led some guys, especially Anthony. I like to see him go catch a ball on the run one time, actually. So I can see what he looked like after the catch, because I only see him catch the ball and go to the ground. I don't know yet to see Anthony run after the catch. I mean, have we seen it?
Yeah, no, not really.
I'm saying I don't.
He's usually he's getting pulled down no matter what when he's catching the ball. Like he's always getting pulled down or having to fall down and make the catch almost.
Mm.
But I mean, Dylan Gabriel was 28 to 31.
28 to 31 out there?
28 to 31 out there, man. 3 incompletions.
421 yards, 5 touchdowns, and of course the pick that we talked about. Jackson Arnold only threw 4 passes, 2 completions, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. As I'm looking at it, the rushing game, was the rushing game that we've come to know this season so far. Javante Barnes, 13 carries, 68 yards, 5.2 yards a carry, 1 touchdown. Gavin Sawchuk had 9 carries, 25 yards, only averaged 2.8. We had a little touchdown there. Dalen Smothers, 2 carries for 20. I really like the kid. We get back to that in a minute. Jaquays Petaway, 1 carry, 10 yards. Jackson Arnold, 1 carry for 0. And then we had Shalil Farouk. After coming out, got the opening kickoff, ran like 62 yards, I think, fumbled the football, started out shaky. And then he had a penalty coming right after that on the next drive. But then regained his stride, caught the long touchdown pass. He had 6 catches, 126 yards, 1 touchdown. Nick Anderson, he actually showed up today. Old Rodney brother. 3 catches, 120 yards, 3 touchdowns. Andrea Anthony, like we say, I love to see him catch it after run after the catch. But he did have 4 receptions, 112 yards, averaged 28 a pop. Drake Stoops had 8, only averaging 5.3, but it was a lot of short passes. He had 2 touchdowns, though. Jaden Gibson with 1 catch, 34 yards, and it was a nice catch. His catches on the season has been beautiful so far. He's caught the most difficult passes, I think, that I've seen so far from me to receive. You know what I mean? And then we got Austin Stogner actually got a catch for 10 yards. I think he had 1 catch last week too, right?
Yep.
Look at him. 2 catches on the season. Look at it. We'll talk about that in a second. Gavin Sawchuk, 2 catches, 9 yards. Petaway, 1 catch, 5 yards. Devontae Barnes, 1 catch, 5 yards. Gavin Freeman, 2 catches, 1 yard. Didn't go nowhere on his plays. I like to see him get more involved. And Bunkley Shelton, 1 catch, 1 yard. What did you think about the offense overall? Okay. No, let's get straight to it. What did you think about the running game? What did you see from what, I don't know what's going on there. I've been complaining for a little bit. What we doing out here in the run game? Talk about it. We guys have to discuss what's happening out here.
Listen, we need to go to Walmart and buy some attribute boost for our running backs.
What you gonna put the what you gonna spend the VC on, man? Or the Madden points or whatever.
Listen, we gonna need to upgrade the vision. We gonna need to upgrade the running back patience.
Go.
And we gonna need to improve the juke move, stiff arm. Anything other than the truck stick. Or, what I'm saying? We need to upgrade the truck stick about 50. The truck stick ain't gonna work right now.
So that's not even in the question.
We can't upgrade the truck stick right now because we ain't in off season. That's the only time you can upgrade truck stick. But yeah, like when Marcus Major and Dylan Smothers is the only 2 that they actually juke somebody out of all the carries. Man, it's tough.
Yeah, Marcus Major had the best run, but of course it was called back, so that sucked. Threw that off a little bit. Other than that, man, Javante Barnes had like a 17-yard run.
I'll say one Javante Barnes carry that made me have hope. But it's still too much of the other to think that that's going to be that could be it, unless they just rewind that one play and be like, you see how you 2-step this dude, how you put your foot in the ground, what foot went the other way without having to take 2 or 3 steps to go that same way, like you actually did it without having to take 3 or 4 steps to cut. Like, you didn't try to run him over. You made a move. You got outside. Like, that's it, man. Like, it seemed like we can't make a move on the person that we need to make a miss when the blocking is right and we had a person that we need to make miss and go score, we can't make that person miss.
No, they're not making a miss. And like you said, I think the blocking is decent enough to where they should be getting off some way better runs than what they're doing right now. But the run game doesn't seem very creative overall, in my opinion. I'm not trying to down levy too much right here, guys, but I'm just saying, just being honest, that it just doesn't look very creative. And or maybe am I wrong? Are we doing too much? Am I missing something here?
Hey, listen, I wanted more outside plays. He ran some outside plays.
He did. He did.
And listen, he got the matchups. He got the matchups that he wanted. It was blocked up right a couple of times. It was blocked up right, not for Sawchuk. But I
No,
seen Barnes. I seen
never
Major.
for
Well,
Sawchuk.
Majors got that was the holding, I think,
Yeah.
on Majors run. And then I don't know what plays they was running for Smothers, but that looked decent. And he looked like he was ready to go if you kept on running that play. Whatever play it was, I don't know if it was just a straight zone, but that boy found him, hopped in them holes, got like 4 or 5 that
All right.
first one. That
But
second
that
one he went for 15.
let's
Like
it mm-hmm.
that's what you want to see right there.
It looked like to me right now, David Smothers is the only one with the real jump cut and can move out of it quickly. Like move and cut on the dime, jump cut. Look like he runs hard. I mean, I know he's not the biggest guy, but he, man, looks, I don't know, he looks the part to me as a young boy. You know what I'm saying? Like freshman. So he got a long way to go, but I think they should try him out, man. I'm just being honest.
Man,
Looks,
if they could just the running backs slow down, be a little bit more patient. Like, cause that's what I think Tawee was. He was patient, and that's why he was getting the
oh, you're
five.
right about that for
So if you
sure.
be patient,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, you're gonna get the 5. And then if you're able to make that man miss and not not get hit and have to stumble off the tackle, you know what I'm saying? Then you breaking something. But I mean, but this is Nick picking at a 66-17 victory, where they
Yes.
only had to
This
put one time
fantastic victory. I mean, yes.
and one turnover and one punt. So they didn't
Yeah.
score on 2 drives.
And speaking of that, let's move to the defense because they did have 5 interceptions. 3 of them came so early, so fast, they had to replace the quarterback. And when they put the other dude in, my man's went a lot better. I mean, he was going hard. I ain't gonna lie. He came out the gate striking. I'm sure they wasn't ready for him. I'm sure they didn't even. Did they even plan for this guy? You know what I'm saying? I mean, how could you
They
plan to?
probably they probably did because he played it. I think he played the other game. They played like 3 or 4 quarterbacks, 3 or 4 quarterbacks or something like that in the first 2 games, I think.
Sure. I'm not sure about that, but you know what I mean. I, I don't know. I didn't know what to make of that. I just thought that because a lot of people play a couple quarterbacks. I didn't know. I didn't see if was they rotating them in and out like that or something like that. I didn't know.
I think they was getting hurt and end up all of them playing, and they didn't really know who was going. I don't think they really knew who was going to be the starter from listening to the Gabe Iker show with Teddy Lehman because they had a dude
Mm-hmm.
on from Tulsa, and they was like, it was 3 quarterbacks they said they could play, and the Williams kid they said might not play because he was hurt. He might have something was wrong with him, and he wasn't. I don't think he was supposed to play because he was hurt. But
Well,
hey
Cardell,
man, yeah,
you know what I mean? I can't lie to you. Um, shout out to the kid, but my man's number 10, Roman Fuller, boy, he had a rough time. I mean, 6 for 10, 21 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. I mean, can it get any worse for a quarterback?
Did he get out of the? He did get out the first quarter.
Yo, it was all bad for the guy.
I mean, but shout out to the DBs and Daddy for making some plays. Because I mean, the Gentry's was a lollipop, but Danny tapped that thing to himself. Pearson, I mean, he was already in good coverage. He just went up and caught the ball. He should have threw it. But you know what I'm saying? They just made the play.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know how many times we've seen them not even be in that position and or just easier picks and drop it. You know what I'm saying? And they had 5 of them things yesterday. So just making plays. And I mean, and you down to your first 2 at Cheetah, Peyton Bowen having to step in and you don't really miss a beat at the Cheetah position. I mean,
He got his hands on a couple balls. Should have caught. Should have had some interceptions, but he didn't make them. But look good out there still. For the most part, I saw him getting chewed out one time though, sideline, which is kind of funny.
yeah.
It was actually on a big play, but I guess he did something wrong. So.
I mean, the scoring drives that they had, the 3 that they had, it was bad communication and busting the secondary. But
yeah, pretty much. Makari Vickers had that bust over there on the sideline. Or it actually was drawn up well because it was nobody. One of those dudes was open, regardless of what he decided to do from that position. If you know the play I'm talking about, with the touchdown.
I think one of them was I know I can't remember which one, but I think Peyton Bowen might have been. I mean, not Peyton Bowen, but Billy Bowman might have been one because I think he came up and he was supposed to stay deep. It looked like in the coverage because it was already some people underneath, and you know what I'm saying. He was. I mean, shit. He Billy Bowman. He the free, so you always supposed to stay deep, especially if they run the zone.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, whatever. Yeah, the whatever I'm talking about though, when they had the dudes, he kind of came on. I don't know if he went in motion and he came across. So he was like out in the flats, and then the other dude went to the end zone, and Makari Vickers had to make a choice, number 6. And he chose to come up and he threw the touchdown behind him. So it looked real bad, but it was like it was he made a choice and he was gonna get beat either way, I think.
I mean,
Because he didn't have no help over there, whatever this particular
yeah.
play.
But one thing you always that he probably got told when he went to the sideline, whenever you see somebody run in front of you, think it's somebody running behind you, especially if it's an old school offensive coordinator. You know what I'm saying? That's the way they draw it up. You get your eyes to make you think to come up, and then somebody, if you're supposed to be deep, which you always supposed to stay deep, DB, get back because it's something, especially if you got deep third or unless they was in like a cover 2 when the corner's supposed to be up in the flats, like that's the only time. But other than that, like you just think get deep and think somebody running behind you if you see somebody cutting in front of you.
Right, which makes sense. I mean, you should stay deep. I mean, and if the dude catch the ball in front of you, then you come up and try to make the tackle.
Right.
But I don't honestly, I mean, I don't know if he thought somebody was supposed to be behind. I don't know what happened on that. I only saw it one time, so I don't know
Yeah.
exactly what it was, or who thought it was or whatever. But look bad on him on TV. Regard, you know how that go. It might not even be your fault, but it just looked like it is. You know what I'm saying? But I thought Reggie Pearson, when he bit on that touchdown on the out and up,
Yeah.
was it the 4th down play? That wasn't pretty at all. So
I mean, they got some stuff to work on, but I mean,
5 and
it's
7,
it's it's almost at the same point as what it was last year.
5 and I think they said, what did they say? 2003's last time they had 5 interceptions in the game.
But they didn't do that last year. I can tell you that shit. Stuff
Yeah, it did not, because
did
they've been
not.
dropping those interceptions. Like I mean, at least they was picking them up. Kendall Dobie had an interception. Danny Stedman. Did he go to the house? Yeah.
Danny went to the house.
Danny Stud went to the house. We had Gentry started off, and then Gentry first quarter out of there as usual. But I don't know what's going on there. My man's, would he get a
He
sting
got
or
a
something?
bad
What's that?
shoulder.
Yeah,
That's
he
what it
got
looked
bad.
like. He might
Definitely
have a
look.
pinched nerve or something in that shoulder or something.
Yeah, something going on with the shoulder, man.
Because every time he get a good lick on it, that thing, he coming out.
He's coming out.
Yeah,
But
I know
he's
what that's like, brother. That's
playing good while he's out there, though. That's what
yeah.
pisses me off.
Once
It's
you
like,
once you hit that thing right, bruh, you talking about it. Either your whole arm, shoulder, all of that's just numb. Ding, just all of it. Ah, that just sucks. And if it's like anything like what I had, boy, every time you hit somebody good, bro, on that shoulder, it's a wrap. And you know good, you really know good for the rest of the game because you don't want to do it again.
all right. Weston Slum said, "What's up, man? What's up with you? I see you in
What's
the
happening?
chat." You know what I'm saying? Dave Warner. But yeah, man, the D still not seeing the pass rush. We had Adibare with a sack. Off of probably the easiest sack he's ever gonna get, to be quite honest, because they just kind of left him free off the play design that they had. Got a sack though, and he looks the most gifted, I would say, on the edge. Like far as coming off the edge, he looked quick. Like my man's look like he's gonna be all right in the future, especially with the talent that they have. Well, we are assuming they will acquire here in
Yeah.
December. That's gonna look good with somebody like him. Imagine he gonna be the older dude
But like
in a minute.
the thing is like if the secondary can keep improving, because it's like all of them will probably be back except for Key, Billy, and Justin Harrington, I think. And everybody else is coming back. And Pearson. Pearson will be gone.
Mm-hmm.
But everybody else is coming back. And they rotating so many guys, and so many guys is getting to play. You really didn't see a drop off except when they switched quarterbacks, when they went to the quarterback change. So I think that was more of the thing that kind of threw them off, is they really wasn't ready for it. But once they got through that second to mid third quarter, everything was shut back down.
Yep. You're right about that. You know what I'm saying? Home then got it together, they figured it out, and once the shock of to somebody else coming in and all this other stuff. But like I said, they probably was a little ready, more than we want to believe. But my man's, who else stood out to you on the defense is what I'm trying to think of in my head. Because the defense really, I mean, I'm feeling good about the D, man. The defense.
Man, it's just so many that I mean, the obvious one is like Danny Stutzman. He's playing at a high level. Um, it says a group. It's more as a group, but Danny's the one person that's really sticking out of everybody. But as a group, they all just playing really solid. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing egregious is really happening. They just getting picked. Basically, when they get beat, it's getting picked apart. You know what I'm saying? Now they need to tighten up on their zone drops and covering people in their zones because they shouldn't be leaving when it's 3 wide receivers and you dropping 8. Nobody should be open. You know what I'm saying? And then when you rushing 4 and you getting a regular 5 in blocking, you should get more pressure. Just stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But who knows what Brent got in store for once he get into the league, the blitz packages that he's gonna be putting in for people. So it's all gonna be different, man. But they look good, look ready, like they did last year.
Yeah, that's what's
But
up. We will.
the offense looks more dynamic and the defense look more sound. If that's the passing game looks more in sync and the defense is more sound and making more plays on the ball.
True.
Because I would
I
say,
mean,
like, other like the Nebraska game last year, they had like 5 sacks. Reggie Grimes had a bunch of sacks, but they wasn't making plays on the ball and stuff like they is this year. You know what I'm saying? As far as getting the interceptions and batting the ball away, the tighter coverage, especially in man, the tighter coverage, how they not really giving up nothing deep, no big plays really. You know what I'm saying? You'll see them people find holes in the zone, they settle down the zone, and that's when they get hit.
yeah.
But yeah, that
Yeah.
seems like that's the difference.
Yeah, they haven't been giving up like I said, the big stuff, like just too many things where it just looks egregious. You know what I mean? Like what's been going on for the past, I don't know how many years, even before last year. But we don't have to even go there. But last year, I could see it looking like they wanted to, try to turn the corner, but they just didn't have it all figured out. And I guess another season worth of practicing and being in that system has really paid dividends for people like Danny Stutzman and everybody out there. He basically quarterback of the defense. I heard, and I forgot Danny's from Florida. I heard him talking about that or something.
Mm-hmm.
Somewhere like I forgot about that for some reason. They were talking about how nobody was recruiting him or whatever. And I was like Florida and Florida State and all that. So I'm like, damn. Like
I
who
don't know
found him out
why.
there? Do you remember the story on Danny?
But I remember looking at his stats and being like, this dude is running for like he have 100 yards receiving, 12 tackles, a sack,
Mm-hmm.
an interception. Like he was a baller, but he Lincoln them recruited him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember when once because I think you maybe told me, and I looked at the tape and I was like, all right, he look cool to me. Like I was like, okay, but I didn't. I guess I didn't put it all together. I wasn't really paying attention to where it's from. I maybe just assumed even Texas or somewhere.
Yeah.
Mm. No disrespect, I just assumed. yeah, thought he came
Yeah.
off the farm somewhere, coming in, coming in and raise shop out there. Um, yeah, old Danny, man. Turned out to be, I know there's the little controversy about, you know, how he wasn't taking it seriously, maybe at first couple of years, but I think he's just one of them dudes. And once he's maturing and getting older, he's probably paying more attention and spending more time watching film and learning how to repeat things over and over again to be the best player he can be, because that's really what it takes.
Or just really learning how to be a what they say, a student of the game, or what I'm saying, lightweight or professional, you know what I'm saying, taking notes, doing the extra work. Bro, film study. You know what I'm saying? Putting in the extra reps. Just doing the little stuff that a lot of people don't do. Or
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
yeah, it's it starts next week. Cincinnati and then it's Texas.
Cincinnati, then it's I think Iowa State, right?
Oh yeah.
Then Tejas, and then yeah, that's all that matters. We just need to be 5-0 going into Texas weekend so we can go ahead and put the smash on them, annihilate it. Nah. Nah, let's hopefully it's probably gonna be a good game. I know they struggled a little bit. I didn't really watch the game yesterday, but they kind of pulled away late in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, it was
Against
kind of. I think
Wyoming.
they probably had that first half hangover from beating Alabama, and then was like, oh, all right, come on, we need to turn this up.
Yeah,
Cause
so
like Xavier Worthy, like I don't know what they caught them in, just a man coverage or something, but he just snapped the ball, threw it out to Xavier Worthy. He juked the corner and ski skirted down the sideline for
mm,
like 50 yards. It was crazy. But yeah, the don't get it twisted because it was kind of close. Yeah, they just was sleepwalking. There ain't gonna be no sleepwalking in the Cotton Bowl.
nah, none of that. Nah.
It'll be more like that Colorado State if both teams is up and both teams take it personal. That's how they hit the beat. If both teams take it personal.
Right. I mean, hey, it is what it is. They
We
going
don't
out.
want
Go
yeah, we
ahead.
don't want to see one side take it personal and the other side don't. Unless it's OU that takes it personal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it's gonna be like it was last year if we don't take it personal.
And you just said it. What was the score?
49-0. Like you gotta take that personal.
I deleted that. Like I don't even. I refuse to believe we didn't put no points up.
No
Uh,
point.
I refuse. This is. I mean, we didn't even have nobody that can throw a forward pass last. This. How wild is that? Oh yeah, it looked terrible, yo. We had a tight end playing quarterback, didn't
Yes.
they? Went
Running a
out like my
wildcat with a tight end.
boys. I know you don't want to hear this, but they went out like my boys. The Niners. We had Brock Purdy got hurt, had Christian McCaffrey out here playing quarterback.
Hey, listen. We had a tight end with the running back. Like, I mean, we ain't got the greatest running backs, but we had a tight end, not a running back, not a wide receiver, but a tight end.
Tight end, yeah.
And no disrespect to
Oh, now
baby
plays my
Willie,
night. Shout out to B Willis. What's up, baby? I see.
but come on, baby. B Will ain't got no breakaway speed like that.
No, he does not. No, not like that at all. So, oh man, but hey, let's go next week. It's going down. What at? We there? They here?
Nah, we going up there to Cincy.
That's what I thought. Cause they got a big noon Saturday. It's on Fox. 11 o'clock game, I believe. So we gotta do that again. Y'all know how it is. Early morning. That's how it's been the last couple of years, seems like. So
11 o'clock.
yeah, we know the next 2 out of 3 is gonna be at 11 for sure. We know the OU Texas is always at 11.
Yep.
But I don't mind. I do not mind getting mines in early, waking up early. I don't know, it's something special. Getting up early, trying to get it all together, get your lunch together. You might barbecue, get up early, get your, sip on something, twist, whatever you do. And we just, have a day of it. And it's always special. Red
No,
River Shootouts.
no, no.
What?
I'm saying no. It
No?
sucks for
You
the
don't
people
like
who
it?
have to work. We have to rush
That's it. All right, that's different. All right.
and like in the 11 o'clock games, we really have no shot.
There ain't no shot.
Really have no shot. No shot. Just all radio. Shout out to Teddy and them for doing a great job on the radio. I listen to them every game. But yeah,
Yeah.
man, it just sucks. Because if you listen to the app, you can get a radio commercial in the middle of the game,
Just in
in
the
the
middle.
middle of a play. Just
Just in the
goes
middle of
to
the
a
game play.
commercial. So you didn't miss dang near a series
Mm.
just off of app commercials.
Mike Wilkinson in the chat said, "Was that the game?" He said, "What a game!" Shout out to you again out there. I think that's my man said. It's been to a lot of games, so
Yeah.
shout out to you. Thank y'all for tuning in. Drop it in the chat. I mean, what do we expect? As of right now, we can't get our hopes up. 3-0. Remember, after we beat Nebraska last year, everybody was all hyped and woohoo. But where are we now? What do you think? I mean, as of now, I know it's going to change. What are you projecting? 9 wins, 8, 10, Big 12 championship. Can we beat Texas? Just little. What you think, man? I know it's a lot of questions I just asked you, but yeah, in general.
If I like to defense would have to step it up in the coverage, and the pass rush would have to get a lot better. Or they would just have to start getting sacks. They getting pressure sometimes, but they're not getting a sack. So if they're able to get sacks and tighten up the coverage when they have to drop 8, tighten up that, and tighten up the offensive line, figure out who y'all want out there, and get some bigger holes, and figure out who's going to be the running backs that can make plays, and keep Dylan Gabriel to where he's able to keep making these type of reads, or to where they can respect the run so much to where to make the passing game easier, then they'll be able to run the table. But like right now, they could still lose. I'm thinking maybe 2, 3 games they could maybe lose. Texas is one for sure. I don't know who the other ones would be. It would be like them weird, unexpected ones, like a BYU.
Yeah, it had to be something unexpected. My man Mike Wilkinson said, he said, I say 11-1 and a Big 12 championship. Also, that he's the one who hasn't missed a game home opener since, or a season home opener since 1974. That's what's up. Yes, I remember you, my man.
Man, to
Salute.
go 11-1, we got to get a better running game. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Oh,
We
yes.
can't run the game. We
Definitely.
can't run the ball like this.
Yeah. The running game has to improve, whether that's the scheme, the blocking, or the running. I'd say probably a little bit of all three. Needs to step up a little bit and get this thing going. And I'll say it again. I keep saying it. Y'all know I have no problems with the running back position. I know what I'm looking at. Dalen Smothers. We need to get him the football. Dalen Smothers, Gavin Sawchuk. Javante Barnes. Love you, bro. Good guy. I know you went to the same high school as DeMarco Murray, I believe, right?
They just from Nevada.
Oh, they both just from Nevada. Okay. Fantastic. Yeah. I need to see James Smothers, the North Carolina guy. Wasn't he the player, the whatever that's in the state or whatever? Whatever you call that.
The what?
You know, the guy who's like Gatorade Player of the Year in the state type player.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I need to see that. I need to see that guy. I need to see. Matter of fact, the other person I mentioned, Sawchuck, was the same thing in Colorado. So yeah, I remember those things because those guys, I believe to be special, and I need to see. I want them to. I'm telling you, it was me, DeMarco. If anybody, DeMarco Cousins, somebody listen to this, shoot it to him, or at least relay the message. Can we get a little bit more of those two in the rotation instead of Marcus Major and Devontae Barnes? No disrespect.
Sawchuck got 9 carries.
Yes, but did you see him?
I'm not remembering. No.
I
Yeah, I
don't,
seen
listen,
2.
I don't remember 9 either. That seemed like a lot. But and he did not do. If you look at the stats, you're probably gonna say that I'm tripping. You're probably gonna say, "What are you talking about?" He averaged 2 point whatever per carry. But man, if you saw the plays, bro, wasn't half of none of that was his fault. It was just get the ball, get tackled.
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't much he can do out those things. But unless you Barry Sanders about the only person, or LaDainian Tomlinson, somebody, I don't know what he could have done, but I do know I see spark when I look at him. But maybe I'm wrong, which I'm hardly ever wrong about the running back. I'm telling you, those two dudes mixed with the one of these other dudes we got coming in, maybe Tatum, hopefully. Man, I wish we would have got Caden Durham. I really do. Hopefully LSU go 2-10 or something, so we can get him to flip over. Man, what you think about that? When I look at the film of my boy Tatum and I look at K, I don't know, man. I just see something different. What you think?
Man.
I see. I mean, I don't know. Maybe is it just a speed in high school? But I don't know. I just see some. I see a little extra pop.
It may be because Caden is smaller and he look like he moving faster. I don't know. But both
But
of them look like
he is faster. I mean, we do
ah
know that, right? I'm talking about just track wise, just for the track.
track. Yeah,
I
track
mean,
wise.
K,
Yeah.
they're blazing out here.
Yeah. Caden Durham is blazing out there.
I know it's two different speeds though. As somebody who ran track and played football, it is different.
But not like Caden, I guess man, I don't know. I just need to I haven't just watched the whole game. So I think that's maybe what I need to do is probably watch a whole game or something like that. And I'll be able to tell you. But I mean,
Hey, go ahead.
I'm trying to think like it seems like Tatum is more of an all around slide him in the slot, more like a Joe Mixon type of running back. And
See, this
Caden,
is all right. You've just addressed my problem with Tatum.
what?
I don't I don't see
You
all
don't
of it.
see it?
I see that that's what it's supposed to. I'm supposed to think that, but when I actually see it on tape, I don't see it. I'm just like, oh, that could be that, but it's not actually that because I actually saw the Joe Mixon tape.
He's not as elusive
Yes,
as Joe Mixon.
yeah, he
No.
don't have that Joe Mixon, man.
But
But it seemed like that's what
he
it's
has the
supposed to
same.
be, though.
I mean, he has like the same sort of skill set to where he can line up in the slot,
Yes,
run a route, catch the ball.
and he
And
is
I
very good. He's very good. Let me say that because it don't sound like I'm just trying to hate on my man. My man is very good running back, and hopefully he gets better and is freaking fantastic. It becomes All American.
have you seen some of his highlights this year?
Yeah, I saw a few. Like maybe this first week or so. I saw just because Galen sent something, and then I clicked on that, and then I saw, but I clicked on it later. So I ended up seeing actually more highlights. So
Yeah, like I just like the way he breaking tackles and then he's outrunning people.
and that's
He
what you want
outrunning
to
Andrew.
see. That's all you can ask.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you want.
That's what they.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
Nah, but hey, I hope it's legit. And maybe I need to look at more tape and see what we looking like. Maybe because I only seen a few plays, to be quite honest, from this year. So
and I'm talking about on the same play. He might catch a swing,
Mm.
stiff arm, go through some trash. The safeties and stuff is coming over. He's hitting the speed burst button down the sideline. Gone. Making some moves, hit the speed burst, gone. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Not seeing the shoestring 40-yard run. You know what I'm saying? Or you know what I'm saying? Like that's the stuff that gets me is the shoestrings.
Wow,
Stop
man,
it.
that's when you know it's bad. That's when you know it's bad. Oh, Mike Wilson asked my bad a while ago. He said, "Have you guys noticed an improvement on Andrew Rain at center?" What you think about Andrew that you noticed?
I really haven't really paid too much attention, totally honest. But it doesn't look like he's he get beat. Like the one sack that they gave up was Savion Bird on that was just a horrible play by Bird where he got
As
swim moved against SMU. Like,
mm-hmm.
but he got hurt and they brought in Caden Green and then Jacob Sexton came in. And I don't know how long they played, but they played good on
Hey,
that left side.
although Venables did say he was not hurt after the game, I heard.
Bird,
Yeah, say he was not hurt, and they said they speculated like he got pulled like he did last week because they said he got hurt, but then he was able to come back in, but they didn't. I don't think it's working out for old Savion.
uh,
I mean, just
uh,
according to kind of what they talking about and what I heard what's my man's been talking about last night on the post game on the Sooner Scoop post game show. Shout out to them as usual.
because on the radio they said he went to the locker room and he never came out the locker room.
Let's see, I don't know. So them boys be down there. So like I said, yeah, I have no idea. Hopefully, he was just banged up and it's not just getting his spot took because it looked like he getting outplayed. Because yo, he's been tripping a little bit. This
Yeah,
is me. Yeah, he just. But Andrew Ram, I'll say this: I haven't noticed too much about Andrew Ram, and that's probably a good thing. I mean, he's not getting his butt whooped and all this all the time. So, or otherwise, we'd probably be talking about it. So,
yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, for the most, like that's the reason why I haven't really noticed anything about the offensive line because you're not having to pay attention. Like, man, who keep on getting beat or why they getting this much pressure? Why is you know what I'm saying? None of that
mm-hmm.
is the question, except for really on the run plays. It's like what's going on in the run, but I have hardly any idea what they doing on the run blocking. I don't understand that for nothing. So I don't be getting that. I can tell when they zone block on Smothers plays, but that was about it. Some of them I'll be like, what kind of pulling is they got going on?
Right.
But the inside stuff just looks all congested. The outside stuff looked like they had more space to operate. The running backs had more lanes. I mean, bigger holes. But they just some of them they weren't able to just make the moves and stuff. It's just it's like ugh.
Mm-hmm. We know. We don't have to do this, so we'll just leave it at that. Mike Wilkinson said, one more question, guys. We getting Danny Koye. And Danny, my guy, I think it's Tulsa, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but Tulsa, I think
Ooh,
I've seen predictions, crystal ball for him to go to OU. So hopefully that pans out. Edge rushes 6'4", 241. You know what I'm saying? Homeschool guy, but he playing ball, so
I hope so. There's a
I hope
bunch of
so.
crystal balls in for him. The last time I don't like it'll be if you hear about they were saying if you hear about him going to Texas this weekend, like if he in Texas like right now, then we might be in trouble. But if he stayed home and didn't go, then it might be good because he might have snuck up to he might have went to the Tulsa game. You know what I'm saying? But that was kind of one of the deals. He making his decision earlier than what it was after the OU visit, and if he doesn't take the Texas visit, that's kind of the writing on the wall. It's probably OU because he's not going to go visit Texas for his official. He's just going to commit early right after the OU visit. So yeah,
Word. And that's why I always have Marcus on the show because he know what he's talking about, guys. Paying attention out there. I didn't know none of that. But yeah, I just know that he's supposed to be locked. He's supposed to be a lock. I just heard this stuff from you and what I can read and get off the podcast. Uh, but yeah, man, hopefully we pull him
because I
in.
think he committing like next week or something. I think.
Perfect. Hopefully that's another one. Man, the D line is getting crazy. I mean, for real. The
I
D
mean,
line
you
going
losing
crazy.
just about everybody though.
Yes, you are right about that. Because there's a lot of old boys out there. It's a lot of senior, triple
I mean,
seniors,
Bothroyd,
double time seniors,
Terry
transfers,
Cole,
all
uh,
types of everything.
fuck,
Yes.
all of
Oh, my man Mike
them.
Wilkinson in the chat said, Marcus, you're awesome, bud. Yes, he is. That's my guy, man. He said Wednesday is when he's committing. So perfect. Perfect.
Yeah. So with now that's hey, listen, we've been talking about the D line and people was talking about Bates and Chavis, man. But hey, Jaden Jackson, David Stone, old buddy from Melissa,
Mm-hmm.
Danny
No, yeah.
Okoye, buddy from Minnesota, Wyatt. Hey
Gilmore.
man,
Yeah.
hey man, them is pretty steadily. That's
That's
a
gonna be
that's a nice D line class to
that's a
get you
beautiful D
ready.
like hey, that's have we ever done better than that since probably
Ooh,
back in the day or something like that? I don't
probably
know.
since BB. Not probably
Right,
since
but
BB.
for real. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a lot different when you more. I'm not saying more, but there is a higher emphasis on the defense than has been around. I'm not gonna say like it's less emphasis on the offensive recruiting or nothing like that, but you see that I guess what Brent Venables as his name brings to the recruiting just because of what he's done, him and Ty Bates and everybody else, and what they've done and the players they've gotten drafted and the D linemen they've helped become great. So, you know, it's
and
working
like,
out. He said, I haven't seen a D line recruiting like this since the Selmans. My boy Mike said in the chat.
and then if they can get Danny Okoye, get him now, like it ain't even like close to the end of the season. So if they keep winning, they can focus on like one of the dudes that they didn't get, a Nawari, McKinley, and maybe try to flip them. And be like, come on, man, you be a part of something special, man. We build it. Especially if you get to a Big 12 championship or something. You know what I'm saying?
For real, man. But well, I guess it's a good place to end it, man. Let me go ahead and get back to work. Got some things I gotta finish up around here. Get some food going. You know what I'm saying? Still a little, noonish around here. So Try to get me some, figure out what I'm eating for lunch, get my dinner going. Everybody, thank you for tuning in. Everybody who tuned in, hit the like button, subscribe button if you haven't already. Shout out to my boy Marcus, man, for holding it down, coming through. I
Yes, sir.
appreciate it. Yes, sir. And you already know we're gonna see you next time. Appreciate you, Mike, Wesley Sloan, Snape, and everybody already done. Peace.